And I think I probably have time for one, maybe two more, and then I am probably going to be calling it a night. So those of you that are tuning in, as a reminder, I am doing a 24-hour marathon starting Saturday midnight Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be giving away a lot of swag, including posters, coasters, bracelets, t-shirts, stickers, and of course an amazing developer-signed art book about the art of Evolve. It's really good. It shows a lot of early iterations of the different monsters, the different hunters, different life forms. It's really, really good read. I am very super jealous of whoever wins that. I will also be giving away DLC codes as well as skins, so I look forward to seeing a lot of people there, and hopefully you win something amazing. Ooh. I agree, Einstein. So I find that with Behemoth, the first thing you want to do is, well, like any monster, the moment you know what skills you have, like if you took a lot of damage, you can call that out and say, I think this is a 2 or a 3 point skill, and those kind of things kind of get, you kind of get used to. You call it out, you're like, oh, that's a 2 point vortex, because you're used to seeing that kind of a thing. And once you know what their build is, that's when you can kind of engage. Like if you know he doesn't have rock wall, it's very easy to just split up and you don't have to be like near the monster's face. However, if he's got rock wall, you also know that grouping up isn't so bad because he doesn't have too many points in anything else. Usually it's a 2 fissure or a 2 lava bomb at stage 1, or a 1 and 2 rock wall kind of a thing. And as such, the damage is more spread out through his melee than his actual skills, so grouping up isn't usually that bad of an idea. Yeah, I agree, Kill. I think the book looks darn amazing. I'm going to set up my webcam this weekend, and I'll flip through a few of the pages, but the quality of it is really, really, really good. When I first opened it up, I was super, super, super wanting to just, like, keep it for myself. So interesting. I like that he's sneaking. I like that he went and poked a hole in the last 3 ways that he went. So this could actually work very, very, very well, assuming that they don't spot him when they fall down out of the chopper, which I don't think is the case, because I think they're just barely coming out now. Absolutely fantastic. Great job. Able to eat right now. 4 meats in his belly. Only 9 more to go for the Evolve. So fantastic job. Let's see where they're going. So it looks like that they still see that he's going in this direction, but interestingly that they don't see any prints, so it'll be interesting to see if they think that he went this way or they're going to go somewhere else instead. Either way, I like the split, support, trapper being together, medic and assault. Very good. Tasty. So over here, not the biggest fan over here. There is usually canyon striders, but this open area, I don't like fighting over here, especially as Behemoth, because there's a lot of high ground. So it looks like that the trapper found some corpses, some footprints. Oh, we heard trap jaws. So it looks like that the trapper is hot on his tracks. Oh, and the trapper is actually a lot closer than he might think. So Behemoth does have full armor at least, and I like that the trapper is going towards the choke point. So he should actually, the trapper might actually see him. Oh, the trapper might be by himself. Oh, I like that he's running towards his teammates. I love this, I love this, I love this. Fantastic cloak by Killer. A really good job. Oh, and that lava bomb. Very, very scary. So he might be going 3 lava bomb again. I don't see him using any other skills, so it looks like 3 lava. And it looks like that he's just going to be dogpiling the trapper, which is pretty good because they don't have a Hank or a Sunny. So going after the trapper is not a terrible idea. It looks like the damage is being spread around by those, and it doesn't look like that you can actually get through that hole. So unfortunate for Zulu. Ooh, and there goes that lava bomb. Spreading damage everywhere. Ooh, Meldity, really, really low health. Might be going down. Going to go down. Oh, clutch heal. Very, very good healing on Zulu. Monster's armor is almost down, and they need to put a little bit more pressure. Everyone has got really low health, so this could be actually a very, very, very big domino effect right now. So there's Starmac all by himself, starting to burn the monster, trying to punish him as much as possible for downing Kyra. Everyone else staying back. I really like that. Ooh, and it looks like the support tried to go in, but it looks like they're just going to die horribly in a fire. So Tharmak's personal shield is out, so he's starting to get out. I do like that he's going to be throwing a grenade on himself, trying to get a little bit less damage. And it looks like Griffin, and it looks like that we're going to have a repeat of what happened last time. A really strong engage at stage 1. Meldity running off for another day, and it looks like that the monster might... Nope, looks like he's going to get armor first. I feel like he probably could have just gotten an evolve. Okay, now he's going for the evolve. So really, really strong opening. Again, a 3-point build. I feel like that they were a little bit more grouped up, and they just need to be careful of running through that fire. It's very easy to miss when you're actually taking the residual burn damage. So it looks like he might be going after the footprints. I'm not too sure. I can't tell if he's going here for the food or because he sees footprints. Okay, so it's probably food because I don't see him actually going anywhere else. So the sensors are going to be very, very helpful in letting Griffin know that he needs to skedaddle pretty soon. Yep. And Griffin just being like, oh, crap. Nope, and it looks like that the monster is probably going to stay relatively far away from Meldity at this point. The nice thing is, though, is if he does... Oh, heading closer to Meldity. I don't think he actually sees the footprints. He's just happening to be going towards this way. And Meldity, backed up in the corner, going, where do I go? Where do I go? Oh, and the monster... I think the monster smells him now. Yep, and the monster smells him. It's just like, you know what? Screw the food. I'm going... Ooh, if Meldity can survive for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Ooh, this could be... Oh, so scary. I like this ledge. I like that he's hiding on this ledge. So Meldity's going to be giving his life for his teammates here, and that's okay, because they're going into the dropship right now. Live to fight another day. So without the trapper, the monster's not going to be able to get domed, which is going to make it easy for the monster to kind of like poke and prod and possibly get strikes. Interesting enough that the dropship's going to be right here. They're going to land right on him. And this could go south actually very, very quickly because they're going to be landing without much of a warning. And let's see if the monster evolves, that could be good news for them. Okay, so they just dropped, and it looks like that it's going to be interesting. I don't know if they're going to try and follow him. They could wait and chase him until he evolves and do a little bit of damage even though they don't have the dome. But it should scare away the monster enough. But it looks like that they might just reconvene and wait for... Ooh, and no sound spikes are left on the map. So interesting that the monster is starting to sneak in this area. So it looks like he's going to evolve here. So interesting, they're staying in that same general area. So right now, I'd probably start camping in this little area. You don't have any trap players, but this is a very, very good area to defend because you can shoot them off the relay, and then you can go this way or you can go that way and walk around this big pillar, which, you know, Behemoth has time going around mobility areas. So we'll see if he's able to go ahead and get to that position or not. However, the advantage that the hunters have is because the monster's evolving in this area, it's going to be slow going to get food, though, because it's very, very sparse, and it's usually full of one meats. Oh, and there goes the tyrant, just sitting in a lava bath. And there's birds. So 45 seconds until Griffin is around. So without Griffin, whether or not the three of these guys can do much is very, very hard to say just because they don't have the threat of a dome. And without the threat of a dome, you can kind of be a bit more careless because you can disengage whenever you want. So they know where he is. I would like to see... Oh, where are they camping? Can they actually see... So it's interesting. Oh, and it looks like that the monster is not even going for the relay. Interesting. I like that the monster went back here because this is where the hunters usually camp out. So really good job. I like that they're playing defensively and they're kind of falling back, throwing toxic grenades, and they're just waiting for Griffin to come down, knowing that their team is not as effective without having the ability to dome and harpoon the monster. So, oh, wow, perfect spot. Griffin going to be landing down here very, very shortly. There's that... Oh, and separation. This could be But Tharmak is all with the personal shield. He uses personal shield, and he is going back around. So really, really good job. And all 4 of them are here in just a moment. Griffin should be landing any second. And now that they're at full strength, we should see how well the team does. Nice dodge by Tharmak, but Zulu, unfortunately, getting the face full of fissure. Ooh, all 3 of them lined up here. Be very, very, very careful. Yep, because something like that, well, I'm not sure where the rock wall went, but it could be very, very scary with that. So here we go, punishing the monster. His armor is almost down, and the dome is relatively fresh. So really good job. The monster is actually kind of cornered up here. Can't really do much, but I do like Cabot shooting through the wall. 1/3 of his permanent health is gone. Fantastic job on putting pressure from the hunters, and I do like that they're being a bit more careful this time around. So it looks like Tharmak is able to get out of there, and Fissure is going through, trying to do as much damage as possible, and it looks like that they're being a little bit weaker. So I like that they're trying to take advantage of this little nook right here, which the monster can't get out of. So Tharmak engaging, most likely because his personal shield is up. I do like assaults that wait for their personal shield and then start being super aggressive, knowing that they can always get out of there. So it looks like he's taking a little tiny bit of damage from Cabot here and there. Nice little pinking. And there's a rock wall that was unfortunate. I think it shot too far. Tharmak taking a face full of lava, and it looks like that this is where Behemoth is just going to run away. Yep. Ooh, very, very careful. Zulu, I find Zulu's out of positioning a lot, so he's probably going to stick around, getting that permanent strike on Zulu right now. But nice dodging away, but I still feel like, ooh, nice coverage of Cloak. I like that. So Behemoth taking a lot of damage. Hunter's doing really, really good recovery and being able to get their team back and up and running. Fantastic job for the Hunters. You did a lot of really good work. So all you need to do is have one more engagement like that and you can win the game. I like that he's not going after the power relay because the Hunters can just shoot him off from right there. And it does not look like the Hunters are following. I like that they're staying back behind and that they're regrouping. Yeah, this little area, you have an easy area. Just right down there, you can shoot the power relay. You have lots of areas. You have this way to go, you have up to go, you have that way to go. It's very, very good defensive position, especially if you have Markov and Maggie. This is a phenomenal area to camp the relay. This or that spot over here, right to the right. And we're getting a jumping Cabot. So here comes a monster. So the monster is again going in the grotto, it looks like. Almost full health or full armor again, and ready to do the next engagement. And this engagement will probably be the last, one way or another. If the Hunters keep up the really good job, so I feel like their positioning is relatively good. I do like that Killer and Melody were trying to poke and prod where the Behemoth couldn't get through. But Zulu, I feel Zulu is a little too close to the action too many times. So just be very, very cautious. I feel that probably a couple of hits here and there shouldn't have happened if Zulu was a little bit more careful. So it looks like that the monster is taking his sweet time. I do like the sound sensor treatment. You know, got sensors all over, so if you do need to fall back, you have this entire little playground to know where the monster is. It looks like the monster is still trying to sneak up on them. And it looks like he's probably going to hit the sound spike right over here. So interesting way to engage. I like that the survival odds are literally 50-50. Okay, so he's still got 8 minutes, so he does not have to rush this. So somebody might be seeing him pretty soon. I do like that he's very slowly taking his time, but this sound spike might, there it goes. There it goes, and he destroys the sound spike. It'll be interesting to see if he withdraws now or if he tries to engage. So the Hunters know. So interesting that they're not chasing the monster. Very interesting choice. So now they're going to go back and be able to start pinking him off, and this is where we go into who's going to be able to. Now the big scary thing is that if he does throw up a rock wall, he can hurt the relay over and over again by using rock wall. So depending on where they engage, and they have to start shooting him right away. There we go, and there's those shots. And that burst. Oh, that little Reaver being a monkey. There we go. There's that relay taking a lot of damage. And there's a lava bomb. So I feel that they could probably be a little bit... Oh, and it looks like Behemoth is actually going to go down. Nope. He's going to stay up. So it looks like Rockwall's probably up. And there's the Rockwall. So I feel that they probably might have to change their tactics up slightly, just because the monster is going to be able to win this war of attrition if they keep on doing what they do. Ooh, and that lava bomb could do massive, massive damage if they stay in that area. So very, very... Okay, and now the monster is coming towards them. Now they're all going to be out of jetpack when the monster engages. Oh, and it looks like he's not. Oh, that was an interesting slide. So it looks like that he's going to... I think what they're going to do is they're going to have to commit. The monster doesn't seem any interest in chasing after them. So I feel like that they're going to have to just play out here. And against a behemoth, this isn't... Oh, wow. A lot of damage. A lot of damage. It looks like Zulu might be going down. Nope. It looks like that the Trapper is going to go down relatively close. And... Ooh. But the monster does have no armor. So the dome might be coming down pretty soon. Let's see what Behemoth does. Looks like Behemoth is withdrawing. Trying to pull off. Ooh, and there's the lava bomb. Ooh, and the dome. So as long as Melody stays alive. Oh, but Melody's separated from his team. Yep, and this is going to be a very, very short dome. It's unfortunate for Melody. So now they can punish him for body camping, but it looks like I think Tharmak's shield might be low, or off, sorry, not low, off the cooldown. Oh, and Killer Dog out of position. Ooh, fantastic. Kyra going in for the heals. Be careful of that Mega Mouth. Okay, good. The Mega Mouth is gone. Ooh, be careful, Zulu. Zulu. Ah! I feel like Zulu, you're way out of position. You should have just stayed up top there and keep healing grenade down below. There was no reason to really run in there. And it looks like Zulu's going to go down. And now they really, really, really need to punish the monster hard, because right now he's in a very commanding position. I feel like Zulu should be where Tharmak is, and it should have just been lobbing grenades in there, and should never have gone in there. There was no reason for that. Okay, so Tharmak might have his personal shield up. Fantastic. Really, really close. So now the monster's going to disengage. He could take this time to go ahead, and I don't think that the two of them will be able to go ahead. Oh, maybe. That cabbage amp. Nope, and there goes the assault. So now the support is all by themselves. I feel that the hunters were doing a really, really good job. But I think what it was is that Zulu should have healed the corpse from afar. When you're with Kyra, you really don't need to be that close to a body. You can almost out-heal almost anybody. Good game. And let's go ahead and talk about that.
Good game.
Yeah, that was really close a number of times. Another really strong engagement by Behemoth, but as soon as Griffin landed, you guys did an amazing job. You know, very, very, very clutch healing, very, very good pressure with Cabot and the flamethrower. Just really good job altogether. I feel that Zulu was out of position a lot, though, especially during that second fight. There were a lot of times when he took like AoE damage because he was a little too close. I feel like with the healing grenades, Kyra doesn't really need to be near the front as much, especially at the very, very end when you were at the final engagement. Once Melody went down, I feel that you probably could have just stayed up on the relay platform and throw healing grenades down, but then you went in and you were able to kind of get separated and get mauled. But I feel like that it would have been a lot better if you just stayed up there and just kept throwing healing grenades. I think that would have changed, and I think you probably could have pulled out a win. I do like where you set up your defensive position, though. It's a very strong area. It's kind of hard to do against a behemoth that doesn't want to come out, kind of a thing. But the nice thing against that kind of a behemoth is that circular platform outside is actually hard for the behemoth to go ahead and make work of it and everything. But really good job for the most part. You know, it was just I feel that Zulu was just out of position a couple of times that really kind of cost it. But overall, the rest of you, like always, Tharmak, you always do a great job of keeping up pressure as the assault. Really good. Cabot damage amps as well. Just really, really solid. Just a little bit of positioning errors, mostly from what I saw was from Zulu, just because that was the one that I noticed the most. But really good clutch. There was a cloak. I can't remember if it was this game or last game, but there was an amazing cloak when you cloaked Melody really, really well. But really good defensive cloaks, really, really, really strong. And it looks like the tent disconnected. So he'll probably just pick this up on the YouTube video. But really, really good. I really like the team coordination. You were doing really good. I feel that there might have been a little bit more communication that could be used, but without hearing comms chatter, unfortunately, it's hard to tell.
Which area can we shoot the rail cannon from?
What was that?
We were trying to shoot the rail cannon into the power relay, but it wasn't hitting them. Where should we go to do that?
So in between the northwest and the eastern grotto, there's kind of like a little small divot. Right there, you still have the option to go left or to go right if the monster does engage you, but it gives you a lot better line of sight for the monster. What you could do is you could have the trapper, just keep your normal 2-2, assault and medic, trapper support, have one team where you guys were. That way you can shoot it. So if he shoots up a rock wall, it only pins off one of those two alleys, but the other two pair can shoot at them, and then if they do engage, you can just kind of meet up in the middle between those two little areas.
By the way, just being curious, how am I doing with Cabin and everything? Because I picked this up about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Cabot, you were doing really good with Cabot. I feel that they're, for the most part, I'd say probably about 60-70% of the time, you're doing really good shooting through the wall. I feel you could probably be a little bit more aggressive with that, especially when the monster refuses to come out. Basically, just wait for, Hyde to go up with his personal shield. That's another thing. I like that you wait for your personal shields before you start going super aggressive, which is really nice because just in case you don't get separated and get a free strike for the monster. But for the most part, you're doing a really good job. I'm not too sure. Do you call out when you damage amp, or do you wait for Hyde to do that?
I've been calling it out, but we sort of mutual agreement at the same time, though.
Yeah, I feel that it's a little bit easier when Hyde says it because a lot of times, because I mained Cabot for a long time on my ESL team, and I found out that it was a lot better when the assault would call it out because it was easy for me to know when I'm in position, but a lot of times I don't know if his cooldown's up or because we would play with Parnell a bunch of times too, so I didn't know if Super Soldier was up or if his thing was off cooldown or if he was in the middle of a reload, just in general, so I usually like having the assault call it out just because the assault's probably a better situational awareness of his cooldown since he's the one that's usually contributing the most to the damage. Like, for instance, he's like, okay, I just threw my toxic grenade and now I'm going straight to my flamethrower. Go ahead and hit it now type of a thing, as opposed to you kind of using it reactively, if that makes sense.
Wasn't exactly reactively, more of which I would yell it that on while he was normally either standing in gas or getting hit with the flamethrower.
Fair enough. Yeah, but no, you're especially for picking up Cabot recently. You're doing a really good job. Just one of the best things to do is trying to get used to where you think the monster is behind a wall, and put a little bit more pressure there. But otherwise, you were doing a really good job with Cabot.
I was trying to hit with the sound spike, but I didn't realize I was going through one wall and hitting the other wall. There's a small opening for people to go through, so I was hitting it and getting stuck at the other wall and stopping.
Yeah, that can happen. But good games though, really good job. Yeah, so if in the future, if you guys want to get together as a group again, just let me know. I would prefer ahead of time.